Okay, starting day number 32. After 15.0 miles, I think it was a long day. For me, it was a long day. How was it for you?
It was a long one, over 12 hours, and very busy. 18 roadside encounters, and don't ask me to explain much about that. It was very hard to remember any of it. It just all runs together, but people were extremely friendly. We had one roadside encounter where a woman asked me to come into her yard and talk, and we wound up talking with her and her husband for quite a long time. They're really devout Christians, and there was another woman that stopped while I was there, and Barb actually came there, and then another woman came while we were there, then another man came that I had seen previously, and so we sort of had a little prayer meeting there. But one woman I remember came back to see me because she said when I saluted her, it moved her. And I think that's true for some people. They really like to be saluted. And I noticed that a lot of people like to salute back. And we were able to visit the City Hall and give a 40-day prayer guide for our nation to one of the councilmen there. And that went quite nicely. And the reporter from the Morganton News Herald came while we were there, and she took quite a long time interviewing and taking pictures, and I've already seen the article. It's a nice article. I mean, I haven't seen the paper, but I saw the electronic version of it. So I walked 15 miles. I was scheduled to walk 13 plus, but with all the extra walking in town and such, I walked 15 miles. And I suffered the last 2 or 3 miles, maybe 4 miles. It was pretty painful and pretty hard on my feet, but there are signs that the body's getting stronger, and so I'm thankful to God for that. I'm not thinking of anything else specific that I can share at this time.
Did anybody show up to walk with you today?
Okay, yeah. Joy, from 65-year-old woman from the El Bethel Baptist Church, came, and she must have walked 3 or 4 miles. Well, maybe more. But she walked most of the time with Barb, and I would walk behind. And then when Barb went to get the car, Joey walked with me for a mile or a mile and a half. We were stopped by the Public Safety Patrol, and he wanted us to walk on the other side of the street because there was a sidewalk. But then when he found out I was going to be turning left on this particular street called Berkmont, he said, well, since you're going to turn left on that one, you can just stay on the left side, and because there's a sidewalk when you turn left. So, he was just trying to be helpful and help us to avoid any accidents. That reminds me of one sort of close call that I had out on US 64. Another one of those cases where there's a long line of cars and then a car that either doesn't see me or focused on me and not paying attention to where they're steering. They were driving kind of fast and came over the white line a little bit, and I had to jump back. It wasn't as close as the last one, but I'm just having to stay very alert. I can't afford to. I can't afford to get too confident. What I notice now that we're in the Morganton area, there's skunks. I smell skunks around, and there's a lot of poison ivy and poison oak kind of plants alongside the road. You have to be really careful where you walk when you leave the pavement. But one of the beautiful things about this area is we're starting to see the foothills, the mountains. It's really a lot of beautiful country. So that's kind of what's going on now. And tomorrow I'm going to take a day off because the day was just too long. I can't get enough rest to get up early in the morning and take off. So we'll take Wednesday off and be back at it on Thursday for day 33.
Okay, thank you for sharing.